Guys, it's time to look at some polls. You know who it is, you know what time it is. We're back. We are looking at the polls. We're going to study the polls. We're going to understand the polls because poll things are polling. So, where did it go? We had, there's a brand new, brand new poll that's out, New York Times, Siena, reputable pollster. Uh, in three swing states, we have Michigan, we have Pennsylvania, we have Wisconsin. These are massive results. These are interesting results. These are game-changing results. Okay. Um, so the idea here is so like let's go to all three states. Let's look at a crosstab. I'm looking at the actual polling data, so let's try to pierce through what's going on here. They ask people these questions. Thinking ahead to the presidential election, are you almost certain that you will vote? Very likely, somewhat likely, or not very likely. So, 64%, almost certain, and 30% likely or very likely, and then somewhat likely. So, in all, this is what, about 94 to 97% of people claiming that they are likely going to vote. So these are people that you can largely expect to turn out and vote in these states out of these, samples that they have picked. So if the 2024 presidential election were held today, who would you vote for if the candidates were Kamala Harris and Donald Trump? In this particular poll, we have 50% claiming that they would vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, and 46% saying Donald Trump. That is across all three swing states. A little bit suspect that you got the same result in all three, but polling is polling and the polls are the polls. You never know what to expect. So 4% in Michigan, 4% PA, and 4% in Wisconsin. A little bit, probably still within the margin of error, just a little bit outside of it, potentially. But if you are Donald Trump, you are absolutely panicking because not only are we getting results like this, we are getting results like this on the national scale where the leads are jumping up to 3 to 5 to 8% for Kamala Harris and the Democrats. And in swing states where Trump used to be leading by 3, 4, 5, 6 points, he's now losing by the same margin. There was another poll that came out in Florida in Nevada, where new poll found vice president with a nearly 6 percentage point lead over Donald Trump. Now, if we think about the map, we think about paths to victory, we think about Donald Trump's future, and if we give him best case scenarios where he holds on to Georgia, or he grabs Georgia from the Democrats, from Joe Biden, he holds on to Florida, which he's likely to do. He swings Arizona in that direction. Nevada has not gone for a Republican in many, many election cycles. It seems like it's likely to hold on that way. And if the blue wall stays intact with these new polling informations, Jesus, it seems very likely that these states have become strong. Not just, I mean, they're going to be close still, 51 to 49, 52 to 48, something like that, if anything. But they are seemingly becoming more and more powerful in the column for Kamala Harris, as well as Nevada. Not to mention, states like Arizona and Georgia are on the table as well. Could be looking at a result like this. Depends on how much Donald Trump flails in the next several months. If he gets it together, if he's able to pull it together, I don't know, guys. But these results are absolutely devastating for Trump, and I don't know what else to tell you. It's all there. It's all in front of you. No poll is perfect. The final poll is on election day. But again, does that bode well for Trump? Even if polling in Nevada has underestimated Democratic support recently. If in 2022 the polling underestimated Democratic power and support and turnout, could it be the same thing again? Could we be looking at an even more powerful map for Kamala Harris? Could we be looking at North Carolina? Could we be potentially looking at I don't know, Texas going for the Democrats. That would be absolutely fascinating. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen, but it potentially could happen. So it's getting very strange. I don't want to, come out here and say it's a done deal. There's a lot of time left, but I think so far Kamala Harris has run a pretty excellent campaign. She's made the right choices. She's just so far so good. So we'll see how that continues. And those are the polls. It's been the polls, and we'll see what happens in the next polls. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.